Hello and good morning. I'm Ragnvald, the Powerwork Builder. Today we're going to continue on with our Lego Champion build, and this time we're doing the Visa PBR car. And then the next video and the last video will be the Oracle Red Bull, because we've already done the 8 cars that are advertised in the booklet. And they haven't changed. Oh, wow. I say they haven't changed, and then they did. Okay. This book now shows all 10 of the Speed Champion cars. Because there's the Oracle Red Bull, and there's the Visa PBR car. But the first 8 that I did didn't show these 2 cars in it. But that is nice that they actually added 2 cars to this little page here to actually, show you that there are 10 of them. So you have set 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51. Yeah. So if I was going to do this, if I had done the video series, I would have started with the Ferrari first and ended with the McLaren, because that's the number order for the series. So that's interesting. And I only noticed the number order after I made the Mercedes, which was number 44. But that's our Mercedes. And then we have our BTW. And then our Ferrari. My latest video that will be coming out soon is the McLaren. And then Williams Racing. The Haas MoneyGram. The new version of the Aston Martin. And then the Kit car. And then I do have the older version of the McLaren right here, and the older version of the or I mean, this is the McLaren, the old version of the McLaren, and that's the old version of the Aston Martin. And then I have the safety car, the Aston Martin safety car. So let's crack on to building these last two cars. It does make me wonder why they didn't add these two into, you know, the books on these first 8. I mean, they obviously had the room to do it, but for some reason they chose to exclude those two cars on the first 8 cars. Okay. You know, again, it's kind of weird. They use 2 little ramps instead of 1 solid ramp. Oh, there it is. And that's the only other driver to wear a white racing suit is the Haas MoneyGram driver. All the other, well, take that back. I guess the Williams driver has a white suit as well. So he's the third one. All the other ones have either green, black, purple, red, or orange. Okay, I'm not. Oh wait, that piece is on there. Never mind. I'm looking for a piece that's already on there. I just need these 2 pieces. Okay, so then we flip this over. No, gotta go. Right there. Okay. Okay. So that goes off to one side. It goes on there like that. Goes there. Now this is actually kind of an interesting piece. Okay, so then this goes on this side. Yeah, that's that's a rather interesting piece that we just built. And I got to do another one on the other side. There we go. So far we're maybe kind of looking like a spaceship. All right. Yeah, this is definitely interesting. Now we're putting these slick plates on that have these little tabs. So that's the more I build these cars, the more I got into building these, I've started noticing differences. Like, this one had a bunch of build differences to it that weren't on some of the other cars. Okay. Oh, we're doing that plug and or lock and plug thing on the on this piece again. We did that on one of the other cars too. Okay, so there. Oh wait, that goes back there. I wish I had one of those kind of Lego tools that can take Legos off with, but I don't. There we go. I just didn't have them in the right proportion. Oh, there's our little game controller. Steering wheel. Okay. That goes there. Okay. Okay. Now we got some little red sign pieces to put there, and then we put two of these here. Okay, so now what are we doing? So take okay, so we want the opposite side. There we go. And that goes upside down. Right there. Yeah. So now I gotta just make the other one. No, this goes in there like that. There we go. Okay, so we did those two sides. Then we put these on. And then we put the other half of that sticker on. So that way it makes one shape or one design. There we go. And I do kind of know how to put the sticker on there because before I pulled it off of the sheet, I looked at how they had it orientated, and then I just put it on the way they had it, on the sticker sheet. Okay. So then we'll take our other two pieces, put them here. It's kind of neat. They actually gave us printed parts. Instead of just blank with stickers. They could have just ran out on their little sheet for those too. But I think the printed parts are nicer looking than the sticker parts, in my opinion. Probably can't adjust that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. You do gotta kind of match up this sticker with the printed part. See, so there I did a little bit better job than I did on that side. Try to make that line look even. And that's the first time they've used a really big piece for the little nose display thing. They've all been, just that little half shape. Okay, so that is the end of that pack. So there's what we're looking like right now. We'll grab our 3 and 4. Make up our little axle pieces. Oh, I got another printed part. A little bit scratched, but a printed part nonetheless. Well, there's our little nose piece. I should be really good at making those nose pieces by now. I've done so many of them. And then of course I say that, and I think they changed up the way they build it. Unless they didn't give me all the pieces to build it. Well, we'll just see. Getting ahead of myself. Alright, so this is a new concept, using this piece with a little green plug on the back of the car. Okay, and then these go in here. But out of all the cars, the one constant that's always been on all these F1 cars has been these rear wheel things. That's kind of the one thing that's never changed on any of them. Oh, I see where these go. They kind of create the little bit of that logo. The little logo stripe there. That's cool. Yeah, that's kind of a neat way of making that stripe work. So you kind of use a combination of one sticker, one printed piece, and then two more stickers to complete that stripe. So that is an interesting concept that they got there. Now I just got to make sure I line this up so that way it matches. Oh, that was supposed to go up. Okay. So this one goes on that side. This goes on that side. I just had them flipped around by accident. There you go. So like I said, you start with the stripe on the blue part, and then it travels off to the rest of it. Cool. But see this, but that's why I was talking about I like printed parts, because you can see there's a gap there. Now if they would have printed that, they would have had the line go all the way across, and then maybe use the little sticker at the end. So, print this piece, print that piece, and then put the sticker. I think that would have looked, would have made that look a lot nicer. And then you wouldn't have had the, the breaks in between this sticker and that painted line. Alright, so then we take this and this, and this, and one of our little pie shapes. No, that's not right. Oh, I know it. I see what they're doing. These are the tail connectors, but they're just they're making them a little differently. So it's still not right. How is it? No, that one's right. Oh, wait. I used the wrong piece. Never mind. I'm sitting here trying to figure out why is that wrong. It's wrong because I used the wrong piece. There we go. Alright. There we are. Okay. There we are. So we're starting to get there. That was kind of an interesting way to make the mirror mounts. The problem is, no, that is right. Yeah, that's right. Huh. The mirrors are almost being blocked by this upper piece right here. I mean, that's the way it's built, but it kind of blocks the mirror a little bit. Our little spoon. That's another constant, is these little spoons. The only thing different was the Ferrari used red spoons instead of the traditional black. But all of them have used the black spoons for mirrors except for the Ferrari. He wanted it to be special. Okay, so yeah, I thought we were doing the nose. I started to build it, and then I couldn't seem to see all the pieces. Oh, come on, piece. Okay, that's... Alright, hang on a minute. Yeah, I didn't think... I knew I was doing something wrong there. There we go. Now it fits together properly. I was just forgetting one part of it. I was trying to see how much of this I could build just from memory. I mean, I've only built 8 of these noses. Okay. Oh, here they are. And then these go on the side. Gotta make sure that Cash App is well represented on the nose of the car. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 product placements. Alright, so there we go. Now we got the nose of the car on there. Okay, so that's the front piece. I don't need that. That was a green clip. And I guess all these are just extra little bits. Alright, now we're on to the final 2 bags. Yeah, these are the rear wheels. These are the front. There, now we're starting to look like a proper race car. And again, they gave me 2 of these roll cage things. I had that happen once in one other build too. One other car. They gave me 2 of those. But I've only had it happen twice. I mean, otherwise, I only get, 1 in each for each car. Okay, so what I want to know, so we're using green. There you go. One didn't want to go in there for a second. And just like the McLaren, the McLaren had an orange one, but we're using a blue ski for this one. Alright, so now we're making the tail, and we're going back to that solid piece instead of the 2-piece smooth. A few of the cars have done that. Have used this solid piece. But there was one element that, it looks like this car is going to do it too. They use these to block off the corners. And I thought that was kind of a cool element. And I was tempted to try to figure out a way that I could get some extras of those parts, so that way I could add them to the other cars that have this like 2-piece style. Oops. So that's the way the back of the car looks. And I was going to see if there's a way I could order more of these, so the other cars that have, this style, I could put, just add these to it and make it look kind of cool. Yeah, I can see like this car has that, but it don't have those little things on it. So I think it'd be kind of cool to just add those to it. I know they didn't come with it, but it'd be nice to add them. It would have been kind of nice if they would have just picked one style. Have this like clean, smooth look, or have this look. So but they didn't do that with all of them. I mean, the Mercedes has smooth, Williams, the kit car's smooth, and I think, and the Ferrari's got a smooth, but it's the and then the McLaren. So Ferrari, McLaren, the Kick, the Williams, and the Mercedes all have smooth. The BTW, the Haas car, and the Aston Martin have the same thing as this Cash App car, but only two of them have that little extra design element to it. Alright, so then we need and only one of the cars so far in this pack have not put any stickers on the side of its tail. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Well, did I design something wrong here? Because for some reason this tail don't want to go on. Oh, because the tail just doesn't go on. I'm afraid I designed something wrong. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I put these wings on the wrong side. That's all I did. I just put the wings on the wrong side. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you got to make sure when you're putting that little piece on that you're putting the slanted part toward the front, so that way the wheel, it doesn't interfere with the wheel. And I didn't have that on the right way. I had them accidentally reversed. So there's our tail. And like I said, they're really pushing that Cash App. But it is the Visa PBR Cash App car. They really want you to know that, though. And this is the third car to use one of these little window things. Okay. Oh, duh. I'm trying to put one in and I'm supposed to put two in. It ain't gonna quite work with only one. Now it's interesting that only one of the cars, it had a double one, but it had like a little grate that went in inside one, but then the others just have used just the plain piece. Okay, so now we got to put together these. Oh, wow. They printed the Red Bull or the PBR Bull on the side of it. That's cool. Because I didn't see a sticker for it, so that's cool that they printed that. That looks really cool. There you go. Yeah, but that looks really cool. That's better than a sticker. And I like how it kind of changes according to how you look at it in the light. Okay, like that. That. This on top. And this on top. Blue. Oh, yeah, the roll cage things. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that's one notch forward. Okay. So that's our roll cage bar. Okay, and then we want these stickers. There's one. And there's two. I still don't understand how this cage... Huh. Okay, that's very different. So this cage doesn't even clip in like the traditional cages. I just now noticed that. They did away with the traditional little cage mount. For this car. So the cage just sits there like that, whereas the Mercedes, it had that little round circle that it would go into. And they didn't do that on this car, which is, I don't know, kind of interesting, but kind of dumb looking in a sense, because I mean all of them have that little circle where the cage bar goes into, and they decided instead of using that little circle piece, they used a bigger piece up here. Yeah, I guess that's the one different about this car than all the other ones. Then that's one of the main standout difference. Is that they did away with that circle piece. So this goes on this side. Oh, shoot. I put the sticker upside down. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess of it trying to get it off. Yeah. a little bit, not too bad. Okay. Now I have one small little detail I gotta figure out, because I got that piece and I'm not exactly sure where that came from. Because, I mean, the car looks done. So... I gotta figure out where that piece came from. And I know it was on 5 and 6 pack. Okay, so... Okay, that's weird. I had this one big piece, and I'm not seeing where I was supposed to put that. Well, I will keep looking and figure out where that was supposed to go. I mean, for the most part, I can tell this car's done. I do got to put these little stickers on here. And put the red lines forward. There we go. Yeah, you know, I'm not too sure I like the fact that they well, actually both of these cars, this Visa PBR and this Oracle, they both got rid of that little circle piece that goes here. So maybe in a sense, maybe these two obviously don't go with the, you know, with the 8-pack. You know, maybe these two are obviously, you know, kind of like an add-on car, but they're not part of the, you know, the 8-pack, because both, I just noticed both of them have the different thing without the circle there. So, anyhow, there we go. There's our Visa PBR Cash App car. Join me next time when I do the Oracle car. And we'll have our F1 series done. Until then, thank you.